Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kingsley, Mortey. We are here. It's another day. It's another beautiful day to be a Ghanaian. I'm excited that you have joined us here. I'm glad that you are here. And there is so much to talk about. Hopefully, we get this going and we get this done properly. My name is Kingsley, Mortey. We'll be doing this for just about 2 hours. Thank you.
Yeah, interchange baako pɛ ɛwɔ asantemam ɛne
Sofola interchange.
Sofola interchange. Minua COVID yawo. Okase fa GOD.
Government of Ghana project.
And ɛfa nye sa project no. Ya tutu form ɛna ba free so. Munko yɛrɛ kɔ sɛ mess kɔgye bosiano do bɛyɛ interchange akae. Ɛno free so. MPP aba. Fase COVID yawo kura na ayɛ. Na MPP aba. Efised.
Influence so many way.
Yawie. Ndc baby. Wanyo nam say PPT emfansa. Won betra so no wayo.
MPP by influence so no munwie Sofola interchange.
Wawie e how to say nkrakwa mu say.
Pokuase. Wawie
tema de sika da ho. Pokuase de sika da ho.
Tema kura do wawie anasa. Tema wawie anasa.
Me se tema Neska da ho Ndc sika to ho. Asade ehunu nyansa. Korean cry. Ko ana amasaman, wo banyina yeye o. Ede na ya asante.
Asante benefit here from him.
Na de na ya yo.
Sabaka ti solve for so am interchange.
Obodam. So they say, you're trim.
Your baby two form.
1 or 2 years. Mama, Papa, what do you say?
Papa,
Akufo-Addo.
Oh, yeah, president of the nation.
Yes, sir. Media Ghana. Nana, Santa Hen. Inyamia, Santa Hen. Nam Papa.
Not even president of the nation.
What's it?
Not even President Akufo-Addo.
What's your bodanya? Now you're nipa. What's your bo? Yes, I draw near Bri, Sadidia Asante. Come we go to Kwaso. Yeah, Netikwan and Baso or the Quano. Yayo. Baso with the Yakwan. Dabay and it's not. Dabay it's not. Mama bo hospital yesi. Yeah, by cry. Hospital yesi. Nana. Asante swenyansa. Happy officer Sate Jimmy. Happy officer Sate Nyansa. Na Akufo-Addo ko du po twan mo pe.
Akufo-Addo.
Akufo-Addo bakasa okasa papa na okasa masante okasa mankan ene omaka
yes MPP enye MPP nyina na edi asante bone na emum de siso yi
oh na Akufo-Addo mum de sesi a make say the sasantefo me sasante man ne asantefo se bihinachi no nkasa adai ana nana ye sorry ade da himfo ada ade da asante himfo ada ye jabo asante hine so Abaka pro the Bible to watch me to assassin woman. Na abada satin ne so. Ekoto poti na abada satin ne so. Ene dia masabio.
Ni nyina ye MPP yesis.
Aye MPP adai. Akufo-Addo ay body bay. Akufo-Addo busase ay body bay. Na himfo ye ni e wa ha. Ahimfo wa ha. Aye asate himfo. Me ko hin bia me ka asante na me sese de nana me gina ha kwa ma asante hene Akufo-Addo me gina ha ka kire se maye wei ye fa jom hama sabso be asante ke se asata for the sweye na mama me janke bi Kofre we do dasro Kofre wonye hwe kura mangu free ode bai School fee di Kofre we ode bai o ana Akufo-Addo ongu no wo hwe munya no engui nyo etuko jaba kan wasem ko social media etuko jaba kan wasem
na memu ne nye
no go school Akufo-Addo oba mamu mo go school ne class me no why mbusamo na kodo mama po we Akufo-Addo go school
na kuna do ajima Rollins na mouse apo
ne class me no why when I go to university why don't you call law school yeah mabo project pie ni wa baha mesramo mon frère pipi mon frère Ndc no menja mebu kuta sentiment mon frère Ndc mon frère pipi no mebu kuta sentiment enya kwasea sadu na ehuna soto ehuna ene da pe hu se afumafo na munyai mumia kasa o e mkasa trapo
be kasa trapo
mane be de bija asatefo asateman ye mieni na ye hwa asate ye ni aso asate ni aso asate ni ye ma asate mre asate na mra asate mre
Inna anoni gira Okada The nation builder Mahama Rana Baya with money Mahama Organa Matu Mahani Sukuwadai Hospitals Akwe Papa Segana Beya Yebediye Mama, obey,
Ghana is at an important juncture in its history, and the decision that we make on 7th December is going to reflect on the future of this country. In the last Afrobarometer survey, more than 80% of Ghanaians said that our country is going in the wrong direction. If you are walking or you are driving and you are going in the wrong direction, what do? You change your course. And that is why on 7th December, Ghana must change course. We cannot solve the crisis in which we are with the same people who caused the crisis in the first place. The youth of this country don't have 4 years to waste. The youth of this country are in a hurry to create the opportunities that will make them live a dignified life. The youth of this country want an experienced hand. They want a safe pair of hands. They want a hand that they have seen do it before to come back and take this country and rescue us from the mess in which we have been dumped by the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. 4 years of a good leader will make more impact than 8 years of a dishonest leader. It's not about how long you serve. It is about how well you serve. It's not about 8 years or 4 years. It is about hard work. It is about truth. It is about trust. And it is about doing the things that will create a future for our young people. And that is why the NDC is calling on you on 7th December to do your duty to your God and country so that we can turn this nation around. And so on this occasion, as the leader and flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, I declare the campaign, NDC campaign for 2024 election duly launched.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, the NDC songs here. Yeah, no matter how bad you feel, no matter how terrible your demeanor is, when it is Sunday and you're not excited, you need to check yourself into some mental hospital or something. With all of this, Charlie, welcome. My name is Kingsley. Mortey. This is the NDC Forum. Amazing things are about to be said. Many titles will be coming out here. Join us if you can. Chairman Richard Alija, how are you doing?
Yeah, Kingsley, I'm doing good. And what about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. It's a great time to be a Ghanaian.
Yeah, the weather here in Florida is just as good as everywhere or in Ghana. We are about experiencing some hurricane coming our way in the course of the week. So I'm trying to get myself safe.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tugby who lives in Florida. When you hear somebody live in Florida, you should be happy for them and be sad for them at the same time.
And keep us in prayer.
And keep praying for them. Because every year around this time, they break down their houses. No, nature break down their houses and they build it again. You have to be a rich man to live in Florida. Like a friend of mine said that there is a price to pay to live in paradise, and the price they are paying every year. It's unfortunate, but hey, that is a beauty. That is what you guys pay for, to live in an amazing weather by the coast and see all of those beautiful people who come through. I mean the bottoms. All the Miami people who come through. Rashid, Charlie, how are you?
Oh, Chala, I do. I'm doing good.
We thank God.
Across the globe, and it's an exciting time to be a Ghanaian and to be an NDC. Come on.
Awesome. Okay, so we are going to just shoot quickly into our first topic, Galamsey. Listen, guys, this issue of Galamsey is a big deal. And every single time we come here, talk about Galamsey, and then we just leave it and let it just go. But the point that many of my comrades, Rashid, Alija, have made consistently is that on top of the hierarchy of the people that are involved in Galamsey is the president of Ghana himself. And we have proven that over and over again. Today, it will be clear to you that Nanado has no plan, absolutely zero plan of fighting Galamsey. He is just paying lip service. His own people have said they will not stop Galamsey today. They will not stop Galamsey tomorrow.
Kabrani who said we are winning the seats in the mining areas. So they decided to go and import foreigners. No mo nyo mo ba ya no man kan chom se munko in real no mu na munko to go do or se munko nsuo no mu na munko tu. Na mo refi mu ho na the whole year. Nsuo aye problem da. Enya 1 month ya na start. Eye obi na opese anka omo ye na anka ye di speed. Nanka ya court, nanka ya stop Galamsey for, nanka ya lose your seat. Yes, stop you omo na. Yes, stop you omo china.
So right there, he said, the government in power, they will not stop anybody from doing Galamsey. And then we heard Beatrice said,
you know, let's not pretend and mince words as if there are some people doing Galamsey. And then the expectation is that government will be fighting those people. The fact is that government is doing Galamsey. And you cannot expect government to fight government. Where does it happen? Why are we pretending? Why are we being sanctimonious? Why are we making it look like this whole fight against Galamsey is some unscrupulous citizens somewhere and citizens are doing something and government is fighting? Government is the Galamsey kingpin itself.
so that is clear. Ghana government is the Galamsey kingpin itself. Then we had the president, the vice president, Alhaji Bawumia. For some strange reason, this guy's continue to confuse himself with whether he is in power, whether he is fighting for power, whether he is. And my brother Rashid sent this video to us. Here we go.
You see what I mean? We are trying to always chase people, but we are not trying to prevent it happening in the first place. So one needs to look at the whole regime of small-scale mining and sanitize that regime, regularize the regime, make sure that the Geological Survey, the authority of Ghana, number one, does the mapping for where all the gold reserves are. At the moment, people are just doing trial and error, destroying our environment. There is no data backing where they go. They just go and dig, they don't find, they go to the next place and start digging, they don't find, they go to the next place. But I want us to set up community mining schemes with certainty from the Geological Survey Department that here you have gold. In that case, we can make sure that those who are mining there are regularized. We bring in these gold catcher machines that don't use mercury and make sure that they are not in water bodies. So we direct them and license them into areas so that they do responsible mining, environmentally sustainable mining. That is the way you stop this. But if you don't regulate them, then they will hide to do it at night. And when they feel people are not watching them, that's where they will go. They will get into the water bodies. But we need to regulate them, and we need to also enforce the laws that are already existent in duty. But if we can bring them into the formal sector and direct them into particular areas and say, this area, stay here and mine, and we will be able to monitor what you are doing. But if you don't provide that alternative, they are going to be always trying to play hide and seek with the law enforcement authorities. So I believe that, I always say prevention is better than cure.
This guy behaves as if there is ketchup in his head. Like, All right, so let me just play a little bit of what Okudzeto told us, and that is the main point that we are getting to today. Whilst we are all fighting, whilst Bawumia seems to know the way to fight this problem, his government, Bawumia himself and Addo, are still giving people licenses to go and mine.
But you're saying that on the 3rd of October, which was 2 days ago, this document is online.
It's online. You go into the Ghana Mining Repository.
Ghana Mining Repository.
Most scandalous. When Ghanaians...
Whilst they were meeting with you.
Whilst they were meeting with you, 11 companies were... I have here, 3rd October 2024.
11 licenses were issued.
11 licenses. And they said they should start mining immediately. Start date is yes, start date. Go on the Mining Repository website. Start date, 3rd October 2024. Western region, Central region, It's all there. Sekondi Takoradi district. 11 companies. And then in September, whilst organized labor put out their ultimatum, are you aware that another 12 licenses, they asked them to start? 25th September 2024, Asekro Mining Enterprise, New Procedure Mining Enterprise, Kingdom Royal Mining Enterprise, Top Notch Mining Enterprise, RY Goldfields Limited, Bezars Limited, Bay Logistics Limited, Chirano Gold Mines, all of them, FG Minerals Limited, they have all been given new leases, new mining licenses, all of them.
Because Chirano has been informed.
Yes, but they have a new one now in the Western North area.
Let me start on top of Chairman. Let's start. You've heard some Galamsey Fight. Let's go.
Yeah, Kingsley, I think the fight is becoming very difficult for Ghanaians and the citizens of Ghana whose lives have been put at risk. In fact, at a very high risk as of today. Because the fight doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And the president in charge of the country is not making any statement about it. Journalists had a program about a week ago. The president of the Ghana Journalists Association delivered a speech that at the beginning we heard him clear. In the presence of the president of Ghana, the GJA, the Ghana Journalists Association's president, made a request, a passionate plea. At the end of the day, the president climbed the podium and made nothing, said nothing, zilch about Galamsey and the rest at which Ghana finds itself when it comes to water and ecological devastation. In fact, he was actually upset and sort of queried or remanded or showed a sign of disagreement with the president of the Ghana Journalists Association, while they were sitting, and it's gone viral, and people are discussing it all over the place. It leaves Ghanaians at their own fate as to whether they will be alive tomorrow or die tomorrow. It is in their hands. The president, the ministers, the district executives, the regional security councils all over the country, the national security, which has a daily information as to how the country is moving. The risks we are faced with on a daily basis, they know everything. Their ears, their legs are on the ground. They smell every place in Ghana. So they know more than we, the Ghanaians and citizens of Ghana, in Ghana and abroad, as to exactly what is happening on our water bodies and in our environment. And they feed this information on a daily basis to the president and his cabinet. So here we are. Here we are. And so sad to hear the chairman of the health committee in parliament, a medical doctor for that matter, an MP representing the people, a member of the Bawumia campaign team in charge of the middle belt, a professional like him,
a young man,
saying things that even illiterates, excuse my language, excuse me, would not even find on their lips or in their mouths or in their thoughts. That the water body started spoiling about a month ago or 2 months ago, and that NDC people out there brought some foreigners into the country to spoil the water for political expediency. I think we have been fighting this Galamsey over the years, not only in this regime, clear, but when this regime was put in place, they found the Media Foundation, the Media Coalition of Ghana, advocating strongly against the Galamsey and the way our vegetation are being spoiled. And so they join in. We pump a lot of millions of Ghana cedis into this fight. And here we are today. Our water systems are not working. So, and meanwhile, while the labor organizations, it's not like TUC alone, the whole labor organizations of Ghana, every ministry, every public organization, every private organization, where there is labor, where there are workers, private and public, they all are coming together as a coalition to advocate strongly and giving an ultimatum that come tomorrow, the 10th of October, as a deadline for the government to do something, or they will lay down their tools. The president invited them on Thursday past to plead with them to allow him some time. There's no time to be allowed. Time no day. The president has about 60 days more to go. So what at that time is he asking for? This is not about fixing a bolt and nut, which doesn't cost life. This is about a daily drinking and eating of toxic and poisonous water and food. I listened to some specialists yesterday on Newsfile. Even those of us in diaspora are at risk. We love our Puna yams. There are yams here that come from southern part of America and the Caribbean that we find in our grocery stores. But we are so used to the yams that come from Ghana that we always looking for Puna. I'm not very good at yam. I like my soft food, which I can swallow easily and make it simple for me. But we import these food stuffs from Ghana. We import fishes. It's not like we don't have fishes here. We have everything. We have everything. I have a mankani over here. I can go to the grocery store and buy. I have guava. I can go and buy guava. We have oranges. We have everything that we have. We have it more abundant than in Ghana. But for some reason, our taste and delicacy, so we go for our Ghana food. We hear that they are also infested by these chemicals in Ghana. So as much as we are buying and patronizing our own Ghanaian food over here in our own Ghanaian local markets, we are also poisoning ourselves small. It's scary. So it shouldn't be a fight left for our Ghanaian families in Ghana who are on the streets demonstrating to show their revulsion or displeasure about the attitude of the government they have put in place as to how they should go about it. Annoyingly is the fact that those that we, through the president, have appointed to be in charge of various ministries and institutions and to make sure that the laws work, compliance and order. These very people are those who are taking licenses into the mining that we are engaging in irresponsibly. In fact, while the uproar is going on today in Ghana, I was expecting that the various agencies, Minerals Commission, the Environmental Protection Agency, and the various ministries that are in charge and those who issue the licenses, they would curtail or at least put on hold for some time for us to see how we can confront what is happening today before maybe thinking about. You listen to Honorable Sama Ablakwa, the chief advocate, the chief interceptor, the chief Ghanaian who actually comes out with authentic, credible, and verifiable information, data, documents, and all that from whatever source. Coming out yesterday to inform us that, look, for last month through yesterday or through Thursday, about 23 licenses have been issued for mining in the forest. He mentioned and showed us where to find them. You go to the site and it's true. Many companies have been given issued licenses in the midst of all going happening. But let me apologize the companies that he mentioned, people should not take it as he's accusing them of they indulging in Galamsey. That is responsible mining. That's not what he's saying. He's not saying that those companies that have been issued the licenses, they are culprits or they are complicit in destroying or the destruction of our environment. He hasn't said that. All his points is this, that at this time, at this hour, in these days, that we are all concerned about what is happening in the mining sector. It is not a time for us to be issuing licenses to legitimate or those who are intend to mine responsibly. That atmosphere or that industry has been polluted. So you may have a genuine reason to go and acquire licenses and do genuine mining. So if your name is mentioned, your company name is mentioned, it really doesn't mean that, no, it doesn't mean that it's an accusation of you going to engage in Galamsey. Let's get the facts right. Because that is what some MPP guys are doing yesterday and today. And I've been confronted with those out there. I've explained. I've engaged them and explained all those kind of things. That's what he's doing. But reasonably, that is not what we should be doing right now. He has all the respect for those companies. But again, the specific ones are those MCEs and MMCEs who are acquiring licenses. Whether they are going to do legitimate business or not, this is not for the time for them to be doing that. Because if you yourself get onto the field, you have a license, what moral courage, what moral right would you gather against those in your own district and your own environment engaging in the Galamsey? They will not respect you. They will think that you are coming to join them. And you may not even have the power to do that. We expect you not to be acquiring licenses today, but rather to be on the field with your security agencies, because you are heads of district security agencies and regional. You should be the one on the field. You should be the one engaging to make sure that people are doing the right thing, and if they don't, you allow the law to take its course against them, punish them. But if you are acquiring licenses at this time, you're not giving us any, that's not an assurance that you're giving us. So we frown heavily, and everybody must frown heavily on those MCs of our Wasam, Mensi, Amenfi, and Mpoho and Co, who are there, who are engaging in it as a new. It is wrong. You are not sending the country or the citizens any right signals. And the president cannot keep himself quiet. I listen to Bawumia, for example. He's talking out of an uneducated understanding of mining. And I'm surprised. Mining and its licensing and its engagement has a procedure laid down. Procedures. They don't go around digging like that. There's prospecting, and there's a way to do the prospecting to find out whether there is gold on a certain area, certain grounds. And prospecting also has a requirement. And you should know. I am not sure whether he's engaging with the industrial players as JDM is engaging with them publicly. JDM and NDC is engaging the industrial players, the geologists, the mining engineers, and the other players on the field. They know how to do it. Again, he was talking about community something, community mining. Does he know, has he assessed or reviewed the performance of this community mining that they introduced after the ban and lifting of the ban? Their own party guys in the various constituencies and the electoral areas who are those who are being given issue licenses and concessions to go and mine. And they are those involved as party officers in the various districts and the constituencies, engaging in the Galamsey to make money for themselves as party apparatchiks, because it is their time. Young Abang and also won't to me, oh yeah, MC being so yeah, another constituent chairman for a year, and maybe I engage women's, your friend is saying women's organizers and all that. They're all into it. So someone banning, not someone left to ban. Now, most community there, you are not looking at a community in Akwatia, Zongo, or a community in Bekwai, Zongo. You are not looking at NDC well-defined people to issue the same licenses to. You are taking care of your own party apparatus to empower them by money. It's a sad thing, and I will plead with the labor groups to insist they should not pay heed to my memory or give me some time to think about it and come back. When? Because daily, people are attending hospitals. Nothing is being done about our water bodies that are spoiled. At this hour, there should be an embargo on people going near water bodies. There should be embargo. And there should be no security on our water bodies so that we allow the water bodies to stay fallow and find ways and the technology of cleaning the water. There are experts from abroad in Ghana who are ready to help clean the water.
All right.
And so it's a serious matter, Kingsley.
Thank you.
Ghana cannot survive another 4 years of the NPP if Mahamudu Bawumia is elected president. By 2028, Ghanaians would experience unprecedented levels of poverty. He will plunge the country further into massive debt. Dozens of new taxes will be forced on the people to pay for Bawumia's economic mismanagement and corruption. Each family would owe the NPP government thousands of Ghana cedis. Unemployment will reach 1/3 of the country. There will be no money for health, no money for education. Disease and mortality rates will soar. Our children will have no hope and no future. We will not survive. On December 7th, the choice is yours. Don't let this be Ghana's future. Stop Bawumia. Save Ghana. The future is in our hands.
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Has the exchange rate not exposed Dr. Bawumia and the NPP? At the end of December 2016, the cedi to dollar exchange rate was 4 Ghana cedis to $1. Today, it's about 16 Ghana cedis to $1. This is more than 4 times the amount of cedis one needed to buy $1 in 2016. Today, as a result of the free fall of the cedi, many businesses have lost significant amount of their working capital, with many collapsing in the process. Did they not say yeti sikaso?
Yeti sikaso. Omenyo hiamai enam amemua enkoyeti.
Ghanaians are worse off as prices continue to soar on a daily basis. Putting food on the table has become a daily struggle. The hardship is real. It's time for change. Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
All right, Rashid, let's go.
Yeah, Kingsley, that's it. Galamsey in same way, you know. I am very passionate about it because you heard Galamsey and some Galamsey choir say Ghana yendo ba ye yensu even cry ye nipa na ye team no Galamsey choir efa so say ye ye ka ho asam as Ghana for na MPP for nim say bia omo na ye attack omo into omba propaganda no ma politicize Galamsey nsensem no Galamsey nsem na ye koso no e ade bi e ha adwene pa experts atron krata bebre e de aba ama obi e wo Ghana kan bi me gidi say ye president ne ba Bawumia mu nyina kan bi ye kire say enne ye Galamsey bro no bebre ye wo nkura sebi ebi eni 9 ebi 9 ye 3 ebi 9 ye be 4 ne ade even kwa Galamsey nti nkura nketwa start nya kidney failures na mpo uko Galamsey mpotemu a ubehu se de Galamsey ye no ama mabunu na omo no eti Galamsey so ye bebre no yare sonko yare a yenhu bi da yare a eni anu aduro ana eye omo nti ene saba baba yese yensu nyina na obebi ese to the extent say ensu asese yenom no ni nyina say ama mobunu ati omho agu abonten so omo ye demonstration die ne hu ye yehu se Nanado a waye president odi enim enim so wotumi ono ankasa kire so wotumi kwan bebre so said the all appoint judicial service mu yisifo ka bibia wontie yenim se Nanado ampa executives no wa kire se wotumi bebre e wo hanom na aden na Nanado entimi mbeka Galamsey ho nsensem but obehye age nachi ama mabunu innocent guys a omo ye demonstration ya che omo akogum enim say unconstitutional say obechi obi dia kotum without bail until proven guilty Nanado ti honum or hwe we nyina ekoso na eba ne sen ya yeden ye through hanom yenim say MPP for MPP no me wa say Ghana for aya still no yenim bi eda so di MPP government we echi ye hwe de MPP ya MPP no wo hwe Galamsey a omo ye nyina yenim say ye MPP for mpanimfo no na taachire to the extent say ya regional executives be bro so mu hieska e dia support party nti ombe Galamsey e dia say Ghana ama MPP no enyeska enti na ya president Nanado intimi mbeka Galamsey hu nsensem bia because ye hu bebre he chama want to me start say we Galamsey report by ama ehu say woni license so watiesi Room forest or to Galamsey ni nyina eba na Nanado achi omo ahye na motum because ne dia na omo oman no emfa no ho ba mpese ye twe Ghana for adwene sisu say de Nanado ede ye no Nanado adada yen na Nanado ye obi a first day no January 7th 2017 honom na sa day na wo say ye yi Nanado eto akonya because obi a for the past 30 years, so person will be the Ghana president, and then ye de amomuna maw bra nebe ka seme wo akomom yanim so watena ichira bra be kan bibi chira Ghana for akɔwie ankyerɛ bebree US president for wakeka bom na wɔwie na all kind na ka obi a president a watena se over 30 years aba beto nka won script mpo wo baba beka because we are so passionate sad day na the beginning of the end of Ghana. Because Nanado who say Ghana for no on fire nya hwede e beka bia wontie to the extent say na hwede Galamsey ya say nyina me ne wo ka say ekuoko bebre na ya adwene so mbekọ demonstration na da organize labor any ni hia ya o say to omo mrade say en Galamsey no omo to omo bo ase obeye hu bi na sa da na Nanado ejina na name issue license say mo ngena mo kotu Galamsey say Ghana for nsu meka kosi say Nanado ye obi a owo tumi obetima stop sa de we nyina by de ne hu hweba umia wo de ye hweba umia din a ba umia ye obi a hu Ghana for mu nya hu de ba umia beba be Ghana for a moda so di nachi ye hwede na na ye na se ye hwede ye kosi ya na ye to obama ba umia ene ye Ghana no this obi adwane because the kosi ukra no ya nkyere mu nyansa anto aba ma ye former president John Dramani Mahama ama na ambehye accountability mukina ama sankofo we nyina nche o mantum na ba umia we ye gosu di nachi abre nim so eti bo nkoso onam nsem wo ka nyina so onim de woka nso yenim se ba umia ye obi a wakosku we dure chire but o de hwensensem wo gina hoka ene onu ankasa ni deputy friend is saying Deputy Minister of Lands ye ba umia expert on lands and mineral mrekuduka ejina ha okase Galamsey ono kwa de otim se Galamsey no ya chenti okasa se Kingsley wa ha as wo kan in jargons omo attempt bi omo keka yetenti okeka e kire boys no na Galamsey no mu njai ono kwa na nimi terms oka okasa na ba umia tinachi ba umia chi ana o hye mukina na o se boni nsem na chese ba umia ye obi a Galamsey no ono eno an ye de sponsor no eno an ye de fund no eno an na wagye a o se tuatu ama Ghana for embeba nto abama no ye yi onu si nchen a sa doctor yi a chama e ka na asemi chama na you me no ho ye no wa wo ye nim difo a wa ko school edure kira wo ye doctor wa ye see wa head your friend is saying Rich Hospital nyina Bernard enti na obi a onim de say all kasa nsem we nyina or kasa nsem we nyina because president no amani tumi say onko gina ni pemu nkase Galamsey no omunjai china ana Bawumia ono ne ye coordinator o medal belt ni nyina no ono so ka cha ne say ye pe tumi iti Ghana for mo monti asese sa Galamsey enim say kum ni pe ye njai china yenim DC MC even kra wo Kumasi Kumasi campaign awe mayor ankasa Galamsey ni din bom uko for first state reporter ni din wom ene amanfi east MC DC bebre amwo wasani nyina enim say Galamsey no mo ye bank omo na wose ye de omo start as dissect for and I say resect for no mu to Galamsey for ase nanado embeka ho asem nti no ye hu se o show machi omo tete dem na omo kasa Galamsey ni yentu ni enku Ghana for ni make sure say benye scatam near their support your party edumra me no me nuanom Ghana for titiru ya ye wa manone ya de ho age politics ma empese ye beka no kre because ya nim si abetena abrochire nya nsu papa no me dabi yenja ye mukura ye na ko bi ni mpata akese ene ye friend sen awawa ye ne ade ye na ye koto ne ade abre ama ya ye nim baby e free ba Chama ka say even bayra ye din na ene chemicals ni bi ewuram to the extent say ye nim de ekọ etimi de Galamsey sensem we ni hwese di edi Ghana dem ye president enka ho asem Bawumia so etale nachi kan sem akese a ye nim say MPP for we omo tumfu turogu ye ni to the extent say Ndc Forum ni akokra ni pa begum Kingsley we refi say omo koto drones omo de cheche Galamsey for na wo kasa no drones na den na wo fa nkoche sankofo na wo se ebimu akofo o maba na o mutu Galamsey o mumbu Ghana fo nti o ba be gina Ghana fo ni ma kansem etumfu turagu ye ni ene ye hwe de Galamsey yensu nyina enye kakra me pese me kachre Ghana fo ni se Galamsey ade na ye hwe ni sa no enya de pa Ghana hwe o man sei last 2 weeks I be Kingsley yes ya kwaje bosia was Dubai you said then be $30 million I dey be hwe no ba ye ne sa na ema no ska we ska egu MPP for democracy do so senesa Ghana da ben ye duru ya ye kwakoji ska we na dia be sa na ema we intimidate sa Galamsey ko wo se Ghana fo nyina ye baako na ye make sure say ye president no oba be ka bibi enti sa wo se ye so ne mene eso Bawumia mene na on December 7th no ye to abati omo enye se ye to abati omo keke wo se ye ma omo gap ye ma omo se Ghana fo ye nye sa Ghana fo no omo bu ye ne Ghana fo ye ni ate inti December 7th munina mo nkambo na mokoto abama ye former president John Dramani Mahama no mbedi ye so no nche sankofo we nkum no mokuni papa
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Has the exchange rate not exposed Dr. Bawumia and the NPP? At the end of December 2016, the cedi to dollar exchange rate was 4 Ghana cedis to $1. Today, it's about 16 Ghana cedis to $1. This is more than 4 times the amount of cedis one needed to buy $1 in 2016. Today, as a result of the free fall of the cedi, many businesses have lost significant amount of their working capital, with many collapsing in the process. Did they not say yeti sikaso?
Yeti sikaso. Omenyo hiamai. Enam amemua enkoyeti.
Ghanaians are worse off as prices continue to soar on a daily basis. Putting food on the table has become a daily struggle. The hardship is real. It's time for change. Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
How can we solve the unemployment crisis in Ghana? Yes, Massa.
By using formula 133.
Can you expatiate?
Say, this simply means 1 job, 3 shifts, 3 people. That is the Mahama 24-hour economy policy. Under this policy, businesses will be given tax incentives, cheaper electricity, financial support, and security support services to encourage them to work 24/7 by adopting 3 work shifts of 8 hours each. This will triple job opportunities in the country. This policy will boost production, increase productivity, and generate well-paying jobs in all participating businesses and public organizations.
Excellent. The 24-hour policy will be a game changer.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC.
So let me go back to the lines. Chairman Richard Alhija, the matter, on the matter of, just some 2 minutes on this one. Nana Dodam Akufo-Addo said that those who have been arrested, the demonstrators, their own wahala, put them into the situation in which they are. What is your comment on that?
That's reckless. That's responsible as a lawyer president to say things like that. The president is very much aware that the arrest and the detention and the remand are all unlawful. They are illegal. They are unconstitutional. It's a violation of the people's rights. And he's a lawyer, and you know exactly what it is. He's very much aware that the police had no hands in the courts. That is the very Attorney General who carried the matter to court. The very Attorney General who is in charge, who is the Minister of Justice, and where all the laws reside, who allowed the police to violate these human beings, their rights. If a flimsy excuse coming from the police that, look, those who were remanded, about 53 of them, they all did not give their addresses. That is a proof something, kind of excuse that they gave to Ghanaians, or they think Ghanaians have got wool in their heads. How could all of them not be in the same room, on the same cells, decide to give wrong addresses or didn't give address at all? Not to be one person giving their address. And the violation of their rights, if Nana Akufo-Addo believes in his credentials and his profession as a lawyer, put the president aside, he should be the first person calling for the people to be released immediately. The two is almost here with us, since the people have been in the remand without trial, no, their case not heard, their plea not heard, and then you just detain them. Is that a judgment? Is it a jail sentence? Is he pronouncing them guilty before even appearing before court for them to say that based on this charge and you're pleading of guilty, you are at risk if we release you. You don't have any surety. We are not going to allow any surety. We are not going to allow you any bail. You may run away or escape from Ghana just because I demonstrated. Who's going to do that? Nana Akufo-Addo is reckless. I don't think it's normal. Excuse my language. That man sitting over there needs to be examined in the mind. He needs some serious examination to tell, because he's running a country as if he has no mind. In fact, the various advocates, including myself and everybody, let's continue to knock at the door of the presidency to release these guys. And the demonstration should continue. They shouldn't touch anybody demonstrating. I'm not asking, I'm not supporting reckless demonstration. But let's be frank with it. No demonstration, including Akufo-Addo's demonstration, was peaceful in the country. No demonstration, student, workers demonstration. We manage it. And that is why the police must be there. It's because they are professional. They know how to manage it. If it's going beyond a certain threshold, the police must be there to manage and advise and prevent damage or things that have not been agreed upon. But again, obviously, the essence is not like killing human beings. They haven't killed anybody. And you don't expect me to spend a whole day coming to a demonstration and expect that, oh, I'm coming, and then all I do is that I come and march or walk and then hold a placard and go home. No. I need to do something more than that. I need to make it have impact. If that were so, then there will be no need for demonstration. Some impact. And if in so doing, I trespass into some excess that did not affect human life or harm anybody, it should be part of demonstration. If it's about feebly coming to the road and then feebly walking from one point to the other and then going home to rest, then that is not demonstration. When some people died at Kumpreku, and then CAM Preku and all that, with all those things that Akufo-Addo led and his people led us through, why is he worried about this? What is the IGP doing? What are the police divisional heads doing? Are they not professionals? Why would a police decide to hold people without access? So Nana Akufo-Addo has lost touch with reality, or is becoming a hypocrite of the highest level that we have ever experienced among presidents that we have run under in Ghana. No way. He's taking it for granted. He's taking it for granted. And the way he's going is rather try to empower and annoy the people the more. Let us see that you are sympathetic because you are the father for all of us. We don't like certain things that you yourself you agree. Sometimes you should, by now he should have been a president that will come out and make a statement or deliver a speech like he used to do every Sunday during the pandemic. So assure us to put our hearts at rest and take certain actions. For example, like he knows about the MDCs who were engaged in the Galamsey, and his former minister for local government, Hajia Halima, who is not an ambassador. She made it. So he has a list. So Nanago has a list. And then people are still doing it. Cite them as examples. Reshuffle some of your ministers and the regional commanders and the police commanders who are sitting down in Okonongo and then going on behind their barracks. Reshuffle them. Set example. Set example. 1, 2. No. Your water. And what was the name of let me say Otumfo Asantehene? When he became to be held, when he got all the list, he called 2 chiefs and destroyed them publicly. That is how to set an example, cracking the whip. Otumfo doesn't have the security agencies at his disposal. He doesn't have the regional secretaries at his disposal. He doesn't have the Ministry of Lands and Resources at his disposal. He's not in charge of Ministry of Mineral Commission. But look at what he did to those that he has authority over. He did mention, I have a lot of names. I have the list. The unit committee chairman and the agencies that they've given the list. And I've been aware for the past couple of months. So I'm setting the 2 of you example. If you go back and do it again, I will come after you. So this signal is not enough for our president, who is in charge of our laws, who is in charge of our constitution, who all authority has been given unto so far as the country is concerned. It's just and again. So you listen to the women's organizer of MPP on radio, on TV, and listen to him. He said, they're not doing it. They are not going to do that. We all go into the election, and then when we finish the election, then we can attend to this Galamsey thing. Meanwhile, he herself is a victim, is complicit in it. And that's why the very regime that she belongs to got her machines burned some time ago. So for her as the whole NPP National Women's Organizer, this was she came out public on radio and TV with her physical body being seen. We saw her mouth narrating the fact that, look, NDC, we are not going to election. We are. And that is, so I believe that is what exactly Nanado is doing. Because look, he put the 5-member committee. What are they supposed to do? What are they doing? What signal have you sent to her? Have you seen what they have done? Kendapa, nothing. They haven't come out, they haven't issued a statement, nothing. We are not seeing any signs. And my home, soon water is damaged. The danger is gone. I was teasing and frankly saying that since I'm from the Vuta region and I live close by the Vuta River, I will organize a business of my people over there around Sugakova Bridge and then Senchi Bridge and start selling water to them. That will give us money for our development in the Vuta region around those areas.
True.
Meanwhile, Afram River is the water is turning brown because of Galamsey activity over there, and it links to the Vuta River in the north over there, in the middle section over there.
Yeah.
Just because the water is white, probably we are not seeing it the brown. If we don't take action immediately and stop it around those rivers that jute into the Vuta River will also spoil for us.
Yes.
That's the only river we have now. Now we can be fetching and making money out of from the 2 bridges that are across there. I'm closer to Sugakopa, so I can get money from there. So Kingsley,
yes, sir.
we don't. I don't know what we can do. I think we have to occupy the Flagstaff first.
They will arrest you and then it will be your own problem.
MPP, baby. I come to corner of Abenuta Prada. The myself who never why did you load where one Quabic Hanapa. Abrahawa. MPP libel, MPP from Obesia. In the bay, Abada. Abada. I come to the Yado. I come to the Hamba. Well, I want another body scar, what I do people of Kalu. Yalibro, I come to the Yado, MPP Abede. I come to Lukuyana.
Hey, Kingsley. You see, this MPP government, oh my Ghana for bottom, oh my Ghana for doing in a bassa.
Come the yen.
It's a baby penny.
Charlie.
Hey, do you hear? I have not a time we are trying to say. Time people who that's what them. That's so as a Ghana for Sebi Ghana for na enemy still the omo pet and omo benya. Hey, say Ghana for yes, I did not just in Chuma or the power more. Posterity will continuously judge us for the next generation. Hey, so many 30% across still Kingsley. Because look at what is going on. We can another Galamsey assembly boys here watch you egumia. Omo ye Galamsey no a omo say nsuo na enu nti boys e call demonstration omo no omo di bone ndi na na da chi omo hye na motuom ana o pampa omo na obo omo ba so na o koso ama omo post ana omo post ni ade na o chema.
And that is the actual meaning of protecting the public purse.
Yes, because we hear the another ye na boys e a omo no sebi nipa no ade na ya ekoso etetin nti obe kwa abonten akwa demonstration no sa nipa no ene ono ya che no ama ekwan ede na fa so no president ali chiro by president akotena amanone kansema kese se boys no sebi omo ye widifo omo ye sebi sansafo omo ni dwumadi ana omo ye niema enye ba nyina eni tia se hwe demonstration koso no nanado uye benim wo Ghana politics nyina okotete friend say 95 okotete kumipraku achi ana edi hu wo Ghana politics mu wosi we human rights lawyer ene enkra ni bia fa wo say role model omo so ye de wo ye ni bi and then we are president Amiadom anka obehye omo kutupa na omo ayade ni ye no wache omo akotuma bra wan grant omo bill abra wama omo entimi from obusuafo ye hwehwe omo kra yin hu omo wachichechiche omo mu to the extent say ye say mra no uni mra no sin obia wo de hwe say obeka ya occupy Ghana stamina na former president etiso no occupy Ghana for a demonstration to the extent omo call Flagstaff House minim say Kingsley ukaya omo call Flagstaff House e de omo petition koi ema ya Harry Sawyer
omo tina omo didi ye omo ya gamo he
ministers akesi omo ne bo omo ne yi mu nyina ne boys yi be di agro kasa kama.
That is where my own Ace and Kuma went to stood and says, I am working like a bull. The government needs to work like a bull.
Yes.
Aye.
Yes. Sa ewu aga na onu su di enim a waye nene wedidi ama na funu nyina na num nyina hyekutu. MNC o se de on da ano ana all chair licenses no for Galamsey ni sa ade no. Make akosi sen emprepi no nipa bebre sorry ana MPP ni Ndc epe. Say MPP ni Ndc epe ahwe time a omo course a omo demonstration no. A omo timi call Flagstaff House Ndc for G omo say niema omo say niema pa but yanchi obia former president any other strong minister share omo kasa kama omo do petition beto ene de ene ehu boys yi ko demonstration match nipa 54 mabunu 54 akogu kantabak abra manti omo kra enti me Ghana na ye hwe ne saa no nanado ye obi a o say Ghana ana nanado enye obi a o so kasa a wogi ne di hweke jemfu a oba tan obetena ho say Galamsey ne de yenkoso a ne yenwo nkora na omo nan miensa na omo nya kidney ni ade tew say beto oba wi ansa na ya address Samenes we ade na wo say yesa me no saa de we nyina ekoso no imprepin me catch the Ghana for say yenhwe ya sitina mu ne de na nado ekwan wo de Ghana e fa so no na December 7th no ye koto aba yenhwe mu ye se number 8 no o hwehwe de o hwehwe e friend sa akatamanso no umbrella no hwehwe no wakotima my former president amana babiem because kwan kofo we de fa so no enye kwan pa ana ye kwan a e wo se ye kire mu nyansa ne ye kire mu se Ghana for sebi e kwan no mo de ye fa so no ye hu omo discover agidi ba kire mu se abanu duru abekwa kotoma ye former president because nanado de hwede oye hwede ba umia so ye se sika na na enim se ba umia e hye ne chi a oje sika fin no no asa abecheche se ye beto aba ama no ba Ghana for minianom uma nyina ye nkambom ye make sure say December 7th abato na ye kwa akoto ye kotoma ye former president John Dramani Mahama ama na besisi mama ye
Jina wa member be sha share free winchen asema wo pa kira ne say Ghana yenye Jimmy Forum ye wonyansa na sometimes ye to abafo no okay eti ase papa emu da hokle ye ka na ye ka say National Cathedral Assembly sebe sika say ye buruja na nado danko Akufo-Addo wa say sika pepe e dey to kura magana for na say na say nyame adom amanfo dey akoye swimming pool na amanfo bufu ye say adentina mokoye swimming pool but more importantly no ye ka asem we nyina say ye dey sika buruja $58 million e dey ko eto amna no not knowing no na manfo sad de ho amanfo gi salary a omo nya hwe enti ye ba National Cathedral Assembly so
outrage, Alfred, totally livid. Will you believe that this week top National Cathedral officials walked smiling all the way to their banks to receive their September salaries? And the documents have intercepted, copies of which I have here, from the IPPD, the Integrated Personnel Payroll Database. Since this project stalled 31 months ago, 31 months, these National Cathedral officials have been paid all the 31 months. Can you believe that?
The period that the project has...
Yes. The project has stalled for 31 months. And the tracking I have done, assessing the IPPD, our national payroll database, they have been paid throughout the 31-month period for no work done. Whilst that pit was abandoned, has become a swimming pool, causing national outrage. Top cathedral officials, and let me give you their names. Dr. Paulo Poku-Mensah, who is described here as the overseer of the National Cathedral, throughout the period, with his assignment number or employment category number as 1249725 in the database. Process for payment 30th September, just this week. Then you have...
How much is that?
So he picked up 29,838 Ghana cedis. This week, on the 30th. And when you look at the database, I'll leave copies with you. They have been programmed in the system to be paid all the way to January next year. Can you believe that?
They're supposed to receive their salaries to January.
Yes, they'll receive in October, receive in November, receive in December, receive in January. I thank God that President Mahama is coming on, and after the December 7 election, we will stop all of this plutocracy going on. Reverend Father Ebenezer Saka Ameyao, also described as a church relation manager at the National Cathedral Secretariat. Assignment number 1467567. Also processed for payment 30th September.
And the organization he's described as a political appointee.
Yes, political appointees. So they are all political appointees.
I see.
Meanwhile, this is a project. They told us that they don't use public funds. On these three top officials alone, over the last few months of no work being done at the National Cathedral Secretariat, they have received 2.2 million Ghana cedis. When you do the analysis, you look into the database. 2.2 million Ghana cedis. You have Madame Rebecca Lovia Matecho Yakpo, who is described as the program director, with an assignment number 1472910 in the database. Also processed for payment 30th September 2024. Received 20,721 Ghana cedis. And you see, let the national context not be lost on you. This is a time that we are witnessing unprecedented labor agitations. I am glad that Professor Jampo is here. I have heard him. I've heard UTAG leaders. I have heard senior staff of our universities. Indeed, I have seen statements from our universities where they could not reopen. They have deferred reopening in a number of universities because of these agitations over unpaid wages, over government not giving them their due, what they deserve, what they have worked for. They are working. They are lecturing. They are marking scripts. And you know the population in these are universities. These are institutions. CITAC, which held the longest strike, has served notice that they are going back to strike. Government has not been able to meet their demands. Today, we are celebrating teachers. All over the world, the UN, everybody is celebrating teachers. This is how the Ghanaian government is treating teachers. They are all on strike. Not all of them have one issue or the other, one unresolved matter relating to their working conditions.
All right, Rashid Mamisha said everyone change. How did you feel when you heard this? Like, how did you feel as a Ghanaian?
Like Kingsley, I want to say, some National Cathedral same way, and I am preparing about now what it is, same be say, now we say, yes, quoting quotes, Yamini Pafo, and I kind of saying, people, men and women of God, Anna, sad DNA, Nami Busa saying, T, Yampa, Then I could see. A dinner honorable boy, I was a boy, Reverend one when he not just woman I sank for you.
Criminals,
yeah, because we had Ghana pound. National Cathedral we hwe ka ya bon wo ho hwe se de Ghana fo akasa kasa enti president Bena ya ton na Ghana yi afaro Bena ya enti sebi na na do nipa kasa enti wutie kakra na ye den hwe National Cathedral sensem ba ya yen yusu sika yen yusu aban sika yehu ye no makowie sika from contingency fund nim e de akoshem agege Ghana fo sika e de akoshem se omusi Bene yenim se amuna donku ay na adane swimming pool ene da ho a nipa edware mu eno na sa sika ni nyina ye den ekom wie afi de mo ama tum am adwuma munim se adwuma nkoso no aden na wose mu program recurrent expenditure up to January 7th 2025 bone ben na Ghana fo aye na nipa na won so Jesus kan nti uko Jesus kan na utirimu ebua osen se president pese obedi Ghana fo sika nyina na impo wona wo se wo ye nyame nipa ne ade no hwe sankofo na omo tete sa nyame nipa echi na busa ho se ye former president etiso no na ase bibia won so maba ye from the clergy right won so mabe kansama kese ne brofo kese ana de na ekosudi ene busa ho se Kingsley busa ho se na omo wan sankofo no omo wan Professor ama tenu a honi busa omo se na omo wan ena ase omo nim de ekoso wo Ghana na chese omo no ase omo they are more enticed with money omo no scanner omo pe ase omo incentive nyina iska enye nipa ene nyame na omo so no because ene de ekoso wo Ghana ni nim sem pempenso na koso a triple bebre even raise the power bebre a ekoso we na omo bekasa hwe na na Dubai no Kingsley me be kan sem bi atro obai no ke kan sem bebre o say I shall protect the public purse. Osaka says I'm too old to steal your money. I have my own money. Yet so come there, try me and see. I'm not corrupt. I will never be corrupt.
On mine, mine.
I will transform Ghana within the 18 months. I will not operate family and friends government. I will fight corruption and with the ANAS principle. I will make the Kwale Lagoon and Odo River a tourist site. I will build a factory in every district. I will give each constituency 1 million every year. I will arrest the dollar. The hike in fuel prices will be the thing in the past. I will make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. I will build 101 hospitals. I will build 350 secondary schools. We will never go to the IMF. Papa we did that Ghana for me to Abama no. But now the Shensen be as a papa no the Okaino or yet the opposite. And or the Ghana for because her National Cathedral, Fiska Yakogia, sorry, I say, and cry a dialysis machine near the other air cost will collebu bini Honipa a Ghana 417 Ashro Amonqua and Neska Omuhiano is just around there 4 million Ghana cedis. And I need here the ISA money in a Baushing a meaning so this Canabelka National Cathedral. Yenim say nurses 4 hour Omo school etitifi yem post 2 Omo. Omusika kakra bi anka size kana nkofo we dia 2.2 million ubetimi de tua nurses for ka be 7 years affect your mind on ba be boa ama healthcare no akoso ene national service for ye adwuma yenti omoka but busa say dem pa na nanado ya odi size kana ekoso etua masa nkofo we wenye obi a Ghana no yede ne ma ne se ombran be bo yede ne ba se ombe kire Ghana fo nyansa me de sesa na ema we nyina esi because wachire Ghana fo bibi wachire bibi kakra nti echine biem na se yekoto aba yenhu de ebeto aba ma na se munnim ba omi a monhwe na nado we na nado pro max o de bia ba omi na onam ho aso onim de o ka onim de o ye no munhwe din na monko kan japade no ono yede na emu bit keke ana yede na to ho se ombra na omo be control no omo koso wi Ghana na omo sai Ghana to penso na ya ba no ye be block sa de na esi no on December 7th, you better abana my former president. Na de ekoso ni nyina sankofo na omo gisa eska ni nyina me gidi se de ona bo kan ye no. Omo ba be gisa eska ni nyina back. Se ene nyame nipa fo mu hunu nyansa se eska na ye ba be gi a mun resign as soon as possible. Na mun die de mo ye na de mo ye no mo nyame som kra ye den dodo. Aden. International cathedral ye the cathedral crowd to be so near sa bon krono. Aden na na do ye Ghana for sa. Into boni pa krono asa bonya me krono. Oh, Kingsley. asɛm wei paa deɛ medwene ho ara na mente aseɛ nti national cathedral no megye di sɛ ndc ba ɛbɛso mu nyinaa pa na saa sika no ɛkɔ so no nyinaa ɔmakyia anaasɛ ɔmakyerɛ deɛ ɔmode sika no ɛyɛɛyɛ ɛdase
Midasi papa ɔman enye ohia man yɛte sika so ɔman nye jimi man yɛwɔ nyansa nanso yɛto abafo man nkɔto abafo bio mamu nkɔto abafo bio. Chairman, your take on this one?
Yeah, Kingsley, so we have heard too much and a lot about this cathedral thing. We are very clear, and the citizenry, the population in Ghana, we know everybody and every home, they know about a certain cathedral or a church that has been built the central of Accra instead of the mountains of Kwewu and other places. So the question is, so what next? What's the solution for this free and all the dissipation of the ordinary person's tax revenue? So, Kingsley, I think you know, in your manifesto, today I'm not an NDC person. So in your NDC manifesto, take me as if I'm not an NDC person. I hear you guys are talking about something they call ORAL, O-R-A-L. Is it Operation Retrieve all the loot or something like that? So everything, including everything so far as this cathedral is concerned, should come under that operation. If anybody is receiving salary, if anybody has received any salary, they should save it. Because after 7th of December, not January, we will be checking them, and I'll be part of that team. I will repose myself on anything that is formed. We shall stop everybody from flying out.
But Chairman, some of these men of God and some of these executives, the way the people of Ghana are cursing them, do you think some of them will survive?
Oh, those who are cursing should curse. Those who are cursing them is a physical thing or metaphysical. Me, I want physical thing. I want to find them. I want to tell them that we are going to form a citizens vetting committee. If you know where I'm deriving that nomenclature from, if you know the history of Ghana, we have had, at the time we had a citizens vetting committee. At the time we had the hawk in our history. I won't tell you. We will go back and draw from there and fetch and adapt from that principle. It made us collect some loot back into the consolidated fund within 3 months. And so we made a lot more money, save money for the country, and handed it over to Liman. So I would do that. I would make sure that all those who were paid by Akufo-Addo's God, I never saw anywhere where our parliament went to parliament in any ministry bringing a certain bill about a certain cathedral for us to, deliberate and pass, for us to commit our funds for. I don't know any bill or any act of parliament where we agreed that we are going to collapse and demolish prime buildings in prime places. So I don't care about parliament. I don't care about executive. I don't care about the judiciary. We will make sure that this is unconstitutional, it's illegal. If anybody has appropriate money to some Ajayi as an architect in millions of dollars, all this must be retrieved. That is the revolutionary cause. And that's what I believe the youth are looking for. Otherwise, they won't vote for us. It's not going to be easy. There is nothing in the coffers for us to run with when we come to government. There's nothing. So if you don't start retrieving those liquidity around us, the cash that people have hid under their beds, in their bank accounts and all that, these are the easiest ones that we can collect to start work. So we're the first man. If there's a need for us to do it justifiably and legally by legislation, yes. It shouldn't take long for a certain legislation to be passed in parliament to give some legal power to a certain task force placed under the OSP, YOCO, or whatever institution, our Attorney General, to make sure that the youth, skillful experts who know accounting, who know forensic, And there are many of them, they're doing their second masters and all that without job. This is a job for them. So that we send them across the country, everywhere, district, unit, region, chase and retrieve money. Whatever you retrieve as an employee or as a tax source agent, you get a certain portion of it. We are not going to look for money somewhere to come and pay you. The more you retrieve, the more commission you get, so that we can return some money into the coffers to enable people work, to enable people start working. That's whole should be turned into something proper. How do we fund it? We'll fund it by some of these monies, including Akufo-Addo's own ex-gratia and his emoluments. We must be tough, because when he was talking to his God, I wasn't there. I don't think you, Kingsley, were there. So you don't go and talk to your God in Chebi and come and tell me that then I should pay tax, or I should.
Chama, I think that promise, that statement, I think Dr. William himself have regretted it. He has regretted it.
But they should have been wiser to begin with all due respect to them. All of them. Those who have resigned have not resigned. If they took money, those who resign, you took money, your resignation doesn't give apology or you don't excuse you.
You know the funny part of this whole thing? What is funny is this. The same MBB people who were praising the men of God and praising the National Cathedral are all of a sudden angry with almost all men of God in Ghana for attending JM's meeting, the clergy conference, and even calling some of them fake. Some of these people who were kingpins in the National Cathedral have now become fake to the people of the MPP.
That is in their realm. Me, I don't go to those realms. I'm a Christian. I don't go to those realms. I'm saying that we have been scammed, and our monies have been misappropriated and used for something that is not useful, and we didn't need it. And in the constitutional democracy that we find ourselves in, projects like that must be approved. Okay, you can't do that and say you pick it from a contingency fund and then from consolidated fund. What is the meaning of that? So long as you have been approved, because any disbursement, any money to be used must be approved constitutionally by Parliament. So far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen any bill, any act, any approval, nay or yea. Those who say yea, yea, those who say nay, nay. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any value for money audit done about it. So the money, first of all, must be retrieved. When we say retrieving, we are not saying that we are stopping at a point two. We are going all back to the day one. Because if something is unconstitutional, it's unlawful, then it is unlawful and void ab initio. So from day one, you cannot justify. If it is not proper, then it's improper ab initio under a constitutional democracy, not a decree, not by military government or some other imposer. We will collect all, and I will be involved. I have been exercising to get the strength. I'll run across the country. Kingsley, if you want to join me, join me. Myself, Malik, Basintelli, will collect all the money, we'll put people in detention so that we will save you. We want to protect you by putting you in a remand like they are doing now, so that you don't run away or you don't get harmed. Because if you live in the community, people are so outraged that they can harm you. So to keep you safe, we'll put you in some own place for protection.
Good place.
Yeah, we'll do that. Then we get the money. That's the only way. People are going to vote for us because we are nice. Oh. No, they want some action. So we don't need to fail the state by making sure that certain things are started quickly. Then that whole itself, you see, in our manifesto, and when you listen to the former President JDM on the campaign trail, he has mentioned that there will be a hospital for women and children. And in that hospital, there will be hostel. Okay, so that the women, when they get the children, at least you can have somewhere to sleep if it's a day or two. And they do certain things. So it should be a facility. And I see this place as a good one. So when we retrieve the money, we invest it into it, redesign the whole thing, get a women's hospital, get children at the same place, get the aged in the society, and get hostel for them. Because the aged will come to us and get physical therapy place, get exercising place for them, and get some small place that if the men come, the aged, men and women, and they cannot go home, at least they can be allowed. There should be a recreational place. There should be a playground for the children. There should be a counseling center for those. Ghana, when we get sick, we think about food. So there should be a certain, after all, that place about cathedral. So we need to set up a place for counseling and prayer and all that for these people who come for health delivery. Where do we get the money from? I've already mentioned one place. Secondly, we would appeal to the faith-based ministers, including churches. Those who are taking money and say they are ministers and men of God, they have churches. So their churches should be contributing into this edifice that we want to put up. If they don't want, we'll levy them. Churches are making money and they're taking money from us as a man of God. So they should start finding a way of paying tithe into this kind of a project that we want to put up. Because it fits into their cathedral thing. So they should. And there are many churches in Ghana. And we can get a lot of money every week. After Sunday, we go with the Citizens Committee or the certain task force to go and check how much did you get. I got $1,000 this Sunday. So let me get my tithe before you go home. So we get the tithe and then put it over there. Or we allow them to be making that every month. Now, diaspora, we also hear, we have sane health centers. Most of them are by foundations. We have Ghana associations across the world. We have churches, faith-based churches across the world in diaspora. We also have found out that some foundation will be sympathetic if we appeal to them to send certain funds, equipment, and machines into this hospital and become patrons of this kind of thing. You can put up that place very nicely as another centennial hospital to take care of children, to take care of women, to take care of the aged, and get other facilities around, like I mentioned earlier on. It's a very good project, including Akufo-Addo. Until we finish putting up the building, Akufo-Addo will not get any ex-gratia or any allowance coming from, because he made a lot of money already. Fantastic. Outside and in Ghana. So you should live on that. We are going to seize any other property that he himself and his Gabi Ochidakun and Satebedu and everybody has put out there. We are going to follow that. Because the Vetting Committee, we have them here. We have fraud analysts, like your friend Desire. We have fraud analysts and other people who put the same thing in the diaspora, in UK, Germany, America, Australia, to be chasing them and then get the money back for Ghana.
Thank you, Chairman. I will come and then we will talk about the last two topics.
2024, yeah, back to Amawana. 2024, yeah, wanna know.
It's Body Beats, the drum king.
2024, yeah, back to Amawana. 2024, yeah, wanna know. What's the one pay, mama? I feel the world lose to mama. They say one pay, mama. I didn't think I woke in mama. I am pay, mama. I feel the lose to mama. They say one pay, mama. I didn't think I woke in mama. 2024, yeah, back to Amawana. 2024, yeah, wanna know. What my hands to Obama. What my hands to Omano. Ubi I see, yeah. Ubi I see, you. Oh no, I no go. Oh no, I no go. What to buy John Jamani? Ndc you know. One on body back. One on pay mama. Yanum di yanum jana go shia pidi yamu chila baganda. Ndc ya kofaba. John Jamani Bahama. Ghana jinkwana ba. Iti wama ya manu wakaba. 2024 yeah back to Amawana. 2024 yeah wanna know. 2024 yeah back to Amawana. 2024 yeah wanna know. Oh my hand to Obama. Oh my hand to Manu. Ubi I see you. Ubi I see you. Oh no I know. Oh no I know. Want to my John the money. Ndc you know. Mahaba Sanaba. Mahaba Akwaba. Nana Sufurabo. That's somebody I Ndc Akufo-Addo. Yeah, they come to my Wakwaba. Nana UTF. That's somebody Saneba. What's the one pay mama? I feel the world lose to mama. They say one pay mama. I didn't think I woke in mama. I am pay mama. I feel the lose to mama. They say one pay mama. I didn't think I woke in mama. Mahama. 2024.
It's Body Beats, the Drum King.
2024, yeah, back to Amawana. Mahama.
So one of the sounds that I've played over and over and over again is the people apologizing to John Dramani Mahama. We've seen Shatawale apologize to John Dramani Mahama. We've seen Queens in Kumasi market apologize to Mahama. And the question I want to ask, and I will start from Rashid, will be that what will be the implications of it? But before then, let's play this again.
I have done my best and done so with the best of intentions for my God and my country. I'll allow history to be the judge of how I have served my nation.
One day on television, I will kneel down and say, Mahama, I am sorry. And someone may kafa no say I was an angel.
Say one day,
Mahama was an angel.
Mahama Kafra. Mimi Ndc in you, but I stand for the truth. Mahama, sorry.
Oh, I'll take this opportunity to apologize to the former president. I mean, His Excellency John Mahama.
And yesterday, I was bold to apologize to President Mahama because he's a fine gentleman.
Corruption, the number of times 10. Mahama, they see the Facha Ghana for the Facha and the Facha me.
My 5 years to upper your mama chopper, but no physical. Move the Japan chop. My body baby, the mama, my body baby.
Missing someone make a kafa Mahama who part that time you piece of Mahama you from for what you say. Not Mahama angel.
I have done my best and done so with the best of intentions for my God and my country. I'll allow history to be the judge of how I have served my nation.
One day on television, I will kneel down and say, Mahama, I am sorry. And someone may kafa no say I was an angel.
Say one day,
Mahama was an angel.
Mahama Kafra. Mimi Ndc in you, but I stand for the truth. Mahama, sorry.
Oh, I'll take this opportunity to apologize to the former president. I mean, His Excellency John Mahama.
And yesterday, I was bold to apologize to President Mahama because he's a fine gentleman.
Corruption, the number of times 10. Mahama, they see the Facha Ghana for the Facha and the Facha me.
My 5 years to upper your mama chopper, but no physical. Move the Japan chop. My body baby, the mama, my body baby.
Missing someone make a kafa Mahama who part that time you piece of Mahama you from for what you say. Not Mahama angel.
sorry about that. The unfortunate thing is that I was sometimes I also get network problems, so I was trying to figure out an issue. But let me just play 2 short videos, Rashid, before you start.
Oh, shut up. No, look at you. There's nothing. No, nothing. You're my son. Okay. No problem. I got my first house. So by God's grace, you'll be fine. Awesome. Yeah. Awesome. So I'll tell Energy I met you. I've been calling him. They were all peeved. I'll talk to him. Okay, he'll give you a call. All right. Okay. I just wanted to come and say. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So I really wanted to play the second one, the Kumasi market women. I'm having some little issues. Okay, here we go.
Kumasi ha. Never try your friend in Anapokuya. I'm here, Jadini. I was Central Kumasi market. I'm in Dubai. Yera Mahama. Yebejina ha. Eya chaupa. Ena ejadifo yedem mount. Yepa wuchau.
All right, I think the point is made. Rashid Yanko.
Yeah, Kingsley, eh? Nyankopon will be so here now. Oman ye fe. On say prepe, you who say nipa be break me say nipa din. Na nipa no echi yamfa say we free mu kono na afa ni ye be kan sempa abeka so de me kan ni me boa me pawacho ne ade. But Nyankopon a som no ene dwoma ma Nyankopon a wosom ne nti no. Ene Omon be kan sem be breku ne nima si twa ntro nyina ye so mu nyina ba a omo panacho a omo bunkotodwe esa panacho. We are a sign of the second coming of JDM. A sign be a Nyankopon ashisamano apology when so eba at the right time. And yes, be already president Ewientina ubi be panacho or opposition no ana ye be panacho. E was ye nyina yesua bibi free sadirium. Who say ye former president John Dramani Mama no we nipa esubi woni mu a o ben no crowd when say we a leader Nyankopon share that ball no the chair Ghana by Ghana for Emma MPP for better die e be twan kontumpo ni ade e be to Ghana for so Emma Nana Dubai enso no ye nyina me nka se you by ye nyina ye be ye hu de asi ani nim de ekoso o man nim Nana Dubai a wose o man nim koyi o de o man na reverse be almost 30 years back a chiri kra Sansensem ni nyina kafua ema ehu se ene nipa bebre omo pana chaw ne ade no hwe wo pa nanim kra nso na wo be pana chaw ahwese de ono wo sere. This is nipa ankasa. This is a real leader, true leader, of course. And to say your friend say Nanado a obi Ghana GJF for president eko ye statement we kra betena on chen a wo ye wonim style bi kire no ne ade chese de oye en wampe wo ye na de kra na nya nipa de enim say ye fom nipa fom so e de che se de enim se Nyankopon po e de ye bone chen nti ono wagini nyina atum na ye me de se Kingsley wa hade bi a ye former president o kasa bi a ono wo hwe ni din a wotimi say this is the person obetimi eyi Ghana afiri sanko asomwe mu we nipa bi a Ghana Nyankopon said that born in my Ghana for ankasa se ombran be yi mfiri sanko asomwe mu enye ono obi ene obetima yesa ade no so wahwa o kasa bi a wo se se mfomso wonim se waye mfomso bebre ni ade san mfomso ni nyina ne yemfa nche no hwe ne kasa yemu anytime bi all platforms wo kasa ansem no ba he na abe ono kura na enim se wodi bone akese ne ade no ene o kasa kura o feel proud o mpa cha nka hwe intermediate sadie we ne by the right time na me no de ya me de ne se wo hwe na wo hwe edwadifo hema na o Kumasi a na ye sa women's manifesto na efekeke we say NDC her party be NPP for intimi fa hon to toye so what we be so ahwe ye human forum no is led by Dr. Hanabisi at the fair form koye no Kumasi at the fair form ye share mine munyam but yen hwe nuanom NPP ke demfo a etie yi so say yen ye Galamsey nkum ni pasa we no mre we say Ghana for nyina hu say Ghana no party ba ko pe and a bit me the Ghana issue. NDC. Women's Manifesto won't be that. Party or the vice president or bar when is a running mate. This is NDC. Timino, the man be Siana, Chamai, Apepi. That's
Papa. Chairman, 4 minutes. Let's wrap this up. If Chairman is here. All right.
Yeah, I'm here, Kingsley. I didn't pay anyway, but there was a need for us to get into women's programs and let the women know exactly their role when it comes to governance and leading the people of Ghana. Fortunately for me, and I'm very glad that NDC went through all the very qualified women in the country and picked a woman who has in her life achieved a lot, broken ceilings throughout, wherever she found herself in education and beyond that, across Ghana and into the African and international arena. So she's the choice. And by her own initiative and the women around her, they also decided to prepare their own manifesto to complement the national manifesto, in addition to the youth manifesto. So we are covering all the fields. Comes to the general public as a country, it comes to the youth, who are very important for us because they are the next leaders. We have thought about them, we have engaged them, and they have given us a manifesto. Now come the women. Yeah, we know exactly what we want to do. And you see the president, the incoming president, the former president, incoming president, has made it clear at the launching that there will be mentioned two bills. One bill being the proper right of spouses bill. Remember that when it comes to women and children, well, remember the PNDC law 111112, which was a baby of the PNDC, four of the NDC. So we think about women, we think about marriages, we think about children. PNDC law 111, which is the interstate succession law came to help and protect and advocate for women who were otherwise being abused after the death of their spouses. So clearly we took care of that. Here we come again, another Women's Manifesto, another the NDC government. We are thinking about a bill to protect spouses, especially under the women's, and also to protect not only the women, but also domestic workers bill. So if you look at this too, in Ghana, as compared to what we know in the diaspora, women have a lot of rights. They are not left to the abuses of their spouses, the men. No, women are very well protected. They give birth, they take care of our children. Sometimes in Ghana, when you have some divorces occurring, you realize that the women bear the brunt. They are not taken care of. They don't have anything like alimony. They don't have what we call child support. You know, those things deprive women and put them in difficulty. So I am in support of a thought like this, where a bill will come to protect women, so that when my daughter, a school-going teenager, or my niece gets pregnant, she doesn't become the only person who bears the brunt.
All right.
Take care of herself. As well as we bring helpers, domestic maid from various homes, deprived homes, people who are not privileged to be in the cities or have their parents take care of them. Then we in the urban areas go to the rural areas and pick these children, come and stay with us. They don't go to school. They don't have many rights. They're not taken care of very well. All they do is babysit and do all the domestic chores. We need to have a bill to protect them and then give them certain sort of protection and help, so they can also become human beings when they grow. So that is it. And I'll call on this note, Kingsley, all of us from the diaspora and in Ghana, this election is an election between Ghana and the Nana-Addo Bawumia government. It's not the entire NPP. If you're an NPP guy and you have a certain concerns about this Nana-Addo government, you have a right as a citizen, as a patriot, as a nationalistic person to make a decision as to whether you want to retain Nana-Addo's governance through his protege Bawumia. You need to help us reset this country and start our democratic path again. It's very important. So be ready with your term, and number 8 is there for you to stamp on election day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
If it takes Boakye Agyarko 100 years to speak the truth, how many years will it take Bawumia to speak the same truth? Never. And that's right. Quickly, we are not taking too much time. Never in his life will he speak the truth.
Ghana cannot survive another 4 years of the NPP if Mahamudu Bawumia is elected president. By 2028, Ghanaians would experience unprecedented levels of poverty. He will plunge the country further into massive debt. Dozens of new taxes will be forced on the people to pay for Bawumia's economic mismanagement and corruption. Each family would owe the NPP government thousands of Ghana cedis. Unemployment will reach a third of the country. There will be no money for health, no money for education. Disease and mortality rates will soar. Our children will have no hope and no future. We will not survive. On December 7th, the choice is yours. Don't let this be Ghana's future. Stop Bawumia. Save Ghana. The future is in our hands.
How can we solve?
You can engage in all the propaganda you want, but if the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate will expose you.
Has the exchange rate not exposed Dr. Bawumia and the NPP? At the end of December 2016, the cedi to dollar exchange rate was 4 Ghana cedis to $1. Today, it's about 16 Ghana cedis to $1. This is more than 4 times the amount of cedis one needed to buy a dollar in 2016. Today, as a result of the free fall of the cedi, many businesses have lost significant amount of their working capital, with many collapsing in the process. Did they not say yeti sikaso?
Yeti sikaso. Omenyo hiamai. Enam amemua enkoyeti.
Ghanaians are worse off as prices continue to soar on a daily basis. Putting food on the table has become a daily struggle. The hardship is real. It's time for change. Vote for change. Vote for John Dramani Mahama and the NDC.
I've been here with Chairman Richard Alija, Awudu Rashid. It's been good. Take your time, do your research. Ghana needs you. The country Ghana needs you. Ghana needs change. And the only thing that can reset this country, the only thing that can help our country become better again, is for our country to be taken away from this authorist government, impotent government, this government that is clueless, absolutely clueless. Like Rashid said here today, from the very beginning of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's government, he has shown that even speeches will be copied. If the man knows what he's talking about, he wouldn't be copying the speeches. But he is just trying to copy and paste. And that is what we have done for this last 8 years. We have an opportunity. This is the first time in Ghana's history that a president ruled for 4 years, sat back, watch what is happening, and is about to come back again and help Ghana build better one more time. The NDC and the NPP are not the same. Look at the development under John Dramani Mahama and look at the destruction under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo government. Where in Ghana did we break judges' buildings? Where in Ghana did we break passport office? Like buildings that were functioning well, break them to dig a hole and leave it alone. When? We've never seen this before. We've never seen this level of incompetence ever in our life before. We have a chance. We have an opportunity. Let us make a very good use of it. One day, our generation, our people will ask us that what did we do with this opportunity? And I'm calling on you that to get ready together, 7th of December, let us go and vote massively for John Dramani Mahama. The EC may try their tricks, hopefully, the humiliation will be so heavy enough that nothing can wipe it. Go out there and vote Dramani Mahama. I wish you well. I wish you a great week. I pray that God takes you through the week some way, somehow. And hopefully we'll meet again next week, Sunday. Let's continue to do this. I'll see you guys soon.